for joining us.
Please, my pleasure.
The Halloween episode is coming up. How much fun was that to shoot?
Oh my gosh, that was like for a nerd from Brooklyn. That was like a dream to be able to actually create something scary and in a sci-fi, scary, policey kind of procedural kind of way. It was terrific. It was so much fun. And our director, Steve Miner, you know, is like a legend in the Halloween, you know, horror movie kind of world. So to have him direct our Halloween episode was fantastic.
How will it be different from the normal episodes of Schechter that fans are used to?
The normal.
How will it be different from like a usual episode from like the regular season?
Well, I think the biggest difference is that when last we saw Cameron, he was dead, and now in the Halloween episode, he's not dead, you know, or at least doesn't appear dead.
How is that explained?
So it created the question: well, is the Halloween episode, which is numerically episode 11, and the season finale is episode 10, is that within the timeline, or is that a total standalone episode? And the answer was, it's both. Jeff's an idiot. Okay, good. No, it's actually both. And there are clues within that episode that start hinting at how it could be both, and then we pay it off actually in episode 1 of season 2, where you go, oh, yeah, I'm hoping people go, that they get it. But it was really, when we hit upon it, we go, oh, this is so much fun. So we don't want to, jerk the audience around too much, but it's a lot of fun.
For people who may not have found Stitchers yet, do you think the Halloween episode is a good one to jump in on?
I think so. It's pretty funny. The characters really have a chance to kind of show who they are. Everybody has their moments all throughout the episode, and it's a really good case too. That's kind of scary and interesting in a way that we haven't done a Stitch like that before. So I think it should be able to show the promise of what Stitchers is all about.
Well, speaking of the characters showing who they are, you only had about 10 episodes to kind of build the world and build our interest and connection with these characters. Are there going to be any cast members, any recurring cast members that have a more prominent role this coming season?
Yes, yeah, very much so. What we're saying, the title of the first episode for season 2 is 2.0, and what we're implying by that is that it's whatever Stitches was in season 1, which was fun and great. This is the upgraded version. So the characters are realized because of the events that happened with Cameron. You know what? We got to step up our game. Right? We have to grow up a little bit, and the technology has to get a little bit sharper, and the responsibilities have to become a little bit more stringent. And, so all characters really start getting pushed in the directions that they kind of wanted to be pushed, and maybe even if they didn't know it. So Camille going from just the girl who was spying on the roommate for this shady government organization becomes really an integral part of it. It becomes a stronger character. And Linus, who felt very threatened, was still living in his parents' home, says, this is crazy. I work with dead people all the time, and then at the end of the day I go home to my bedroom in my parents' house. That doesn't make any sense. So he starts growing up. And Fisher starts becoming more part of the team. Kirsten is now dealing with it. So it's everybody's emotionally upgraded, and the cases themselves will become trickier and more difficult to solve. They require more steps to it. So we're kind of pushing everybody and everything a little bit further.
Are there any character pairings that you are looking forward to in season 2 that maybe didn't get explored that much in season 1?
It's just it's funny. The cast always comes up to me and says, "Hey, they're suggesting." It's like Sally who plays Maggie. It's like, I think I'd like a younger Ron. So it's like, well, okay, we'll see what we can do. But everybody's always going, oh wait a minute, that could be kind of interesting. So, but there'll be some characters that come in that we hadn't seen before that will add to the relationships that are there, and maybe pull some of those relationships apart a little bit before they can, or if they do, pull back together. So there'll be more early on in the season anyway. Fisher and Camille will have more to do with each other. So we're playing around with all those different dynamics and saying what feels right and natural.
Will you be able to learn any more about Kirsten's mom and her dad next season to get some more clues about what's going on?
Yeah, Kirsten is on a serious hunt to find her father. Because now that she knows what happened and he disappeared, she wants to get some answers herself. So her search for her father will lead her into some huge discoveries about herself and her own past, and potentially even her own future.
What do you think it is about ABC Family that made it a good fit for Stitchers?
It's interesting. From the not that I can speak for the network, but speaking for the network, they wanted to age up, because their audience was getting a little bit older, and they wanted to create something that felt like it was the next evolution of programming for them. So Stitchers was kind of that first thankfully successful attempt at creating a show that feels right for the network, yet will play into the older end of their audience.
All right, guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Come on, Jeffrey, I'm going to put you in the far corner now.
The far corner.
I'm guessing we're not getting Joanne and
Are we not?
Or maybe.
It seems like
kind of down to the wire, and it's really hard.
We didn't get
Something like this to work
Marlene
out.
right.
I'm
That's
actually
the only two.
impressed we got who we did.
Marlene.
Like, just because combining two shows in an hour is pretty difficult.
I like the cast, but they can't ever tell you anything.
But yeah, we're not going to
Where it's at.
Oh, hey, we're going to get Sally.
Depending on how you word the question, they let things slip.